I'm going to tell you something that took me years to figure out. And I'm going to say it plainly, just so that you do not waste time like I did. You can be very good at something, very good, and yet you do not get paid for it. And you can see somebody who does lesser work that is not as good as you are, getting paid times 1,000. Have you ever wondered why? You look at, for example, there are two people. One is a teacher. She's excellent at her job. She's impacting life, but she's getting paid just the barest minimum. And then one is a tech founder, founded a company. Now within 18 months, he made what that teacher would have taken her a lifetime to make. And he made over $3 million and exited his company. Now, I'm not trying to downplay the impact of teachers. Teachers are nation builders, and without them, we cannot be able to exist. I get that. But have you ever wondered why the ones that work really hard get the barest minimum, and the ones that do not even do anything are the ones that are getting all of the money? I'm not talking about inheritance. You see, I used to work for a company a while ago, and that company, I did really good number of sales, and for them, and at the end of the day, they would give me, let's say right? And that point would have to up, and maybe at the end of the day, you've got that, then you're able to possibly get maybe to go get what you want to get, just by doing everything. And I know I'm not alone in this, a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you, you've probably seen it happen to people around you, maybe your mom, your dad, or is it not currently happening to you that's currently listening to me right now? You see, I've been that woman. I've made mistakes, and I know you might be her right now. So this video is for you. This video is for me. This video is for us. I want you to stay with me. You see, so many people are currently in this situation right now. I know about people that have high degrees, PhD, masters. I have a master's degree in finance as well too. And years of corporate experience, genuine expertise, and yet can barely be able to afford the basic necessities of life. Some even struggle to get a job. You see, if you do not understand what is happening in the world today, you will be stuck and you will wonder why life is unfair to you. This video is about to completely change your life. So many times, what is usually happening right now is that we are shifting model in today's world. And if you do not jump in quickly, you get left behind. I'm going to explain it in a bit. People do not pay you because you work hard. I'm going to repeat that again. People do not pay you because you work hard. People pay you not because of hard work. It's not even because of value, as some people will call it. Oh, you provide value, and because of that, I expect to get paid. You might get paid, but you might see someone that don't even provide as much as you did get paid more. And to you, it look unfair. Yes, it's unfair. But if you sit down, you complain, you murmur, you will just be stuck there for a long time. So it's better you do something about it. People pay you for two reasons. Number one, they're trying to eliminate a pain in their life. There's something somebody will be going through today that a person would not even look at the price, as long as it solves that pain, as long as it eliminates that pain. When my dad was diagnosed with cancer and we were running around doing everything, I was in a desperate situation. I contacted somebody in the US that said you could be able to help out. And in that situation, I didn't mind the costs. I honestly did not mind the cost, because this is a matter of life and death. And I'm not just talking about in the health sector. I'm just using that as an example. I said, if what you're doing for me, if it's going to work, I would not mind the cost. Tell me what it's going to cost you. The same thing applies as well to business. I was speaking with the CEO today during one of the calls I jumped on, one of the companies that we own, and I spoke with him and he said, look, we do very well in this business, but you are very unstable. And this has cost us this pain. And I said, okay, can I help you eliminate that pain? Are you in? Straight up, without thinking twice. Because they look at it that I eliminate this pain. She comes into my business, put in sales infrastructure, and we are constantly getting sales. If I'm constantly getting sales, then I'm able to scale. Then I'm able to grow. I deliver something very good, but this pain is hitting me hard. I can't pay my staff. I'm about to shut down. The economy doesn't care that you work 18 hours a day. The world we live in today do not care. Is it today that AI can do almost everything? No. They pay you for perceived value. And perceived value is proportionate to the pain that you're helping them solve. I come to business owners, I say, you know what? I can help you out. You were in business for a reason. Let's help you out, then take out that thing. You focus on what you're doing. Leave the leads to us. Let's handle it and let us make sure that you get clients in your business. They'll happily jump on. Why? Because they see the value in it. So there's a difference between being a good person and being perceived as excellent. And your income mostly is based entirely on perception, not even on reality. It's based on what? Perception, not on reality. That's why sometimes, and I'm not saying that this to encourage laziness, the best product doesn't win. It's the one who has a good marketing strategy. I'm not talking about marketing. I'm not talking about ad. Marketing is about changing beliefs. I'm marketing to you. I'm trying to get you to know that this product, this microphone can get you from where you are to where you want to be. That's what marketing is about. It's when I talk about marketing, people go ads, emails. No, those are channels. So your perceived value should be that how can I help these people solve pain? How are you able to change their belief to see that there's so much value in this pain that's keeping you up in the night? I can help you solve it. How is it costing you? But if you're not able to make people see that, then it's become very difficult. People then begin to commodify what you do. What is there? I can get it through AI. That's why you look as if you are being replaced. What is there? I can do the same too. So when you begin to do all of that, they don't see the value. They don't see the pain in it. How you package yourself, and I'm going there very soon, it determines everything. And so when I was working at that company, I was like, no. If once you are able to realize this is my value, you will not stay in some places anymore. You will not stay in where you are not appreciated anymore. You will not stay begging for scraps. You see, this is why it looks as if sales is hard for you. Sales is not hard. Getting income is not hard if you are able to proportion your value, not just your value, perceived value. So I'm going to be sharing with you 4 levers to your income. So I want you to rate yourself 1 to 10 as we begin to go on. These 4 levers is what literally determine how well you get paid or not. So if you do not want to get by begging for crumbs, you are in that office, you are doing really well, they are not recognizing what you're doing, and know that you are made for more. Or you're a business person, you are seeing your competitor, you know that their product is not as good as yours, but it looks as if customers are running to them. You want to learn. The first one is positioning. And I'm going to explain it very well for you. Positioning is how can you quickly describe who you help. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video? I said pain. It's usually pain and pleasure. But let me tell you the truth. If you really want to get rich, in quotes, fast, pain. Look at what is that thing that keeps people up at night. Look at your area of expertise and say, what is that one thing that can solve a pain point for my audience? See, this is the thing I actually have with women that I coach and I mentor. That sometimes they downplay themselves so much. You cannot properly, and I struggle with this for a long time as well too, whereby you cannot properly articulate what you do, who you help, what problem do you solve, and what outcome can you deliver. At the end of the day, your client is at point A and want to move to point B. How can what you do help them move from point A to point B? Because trust me, both the rich and the poor all have one thing in common. They all have a pain point. They have something that is like, if I can solve this issue, both the rich and the poor. So what can you deliver? If you cannot confidently say that in 2 sentences, then your positioning is costing you money. Discover the pain points. You see, what thing for example, I have that work with men, a woman that works with men that are going through divorce. Now, it doesn't have to be that everything has to be about money, but you see all these top CEOs, top successful men, they are struggling in their homes. How does she position it so that they see the value in it? And she asked them a very simple question. Smart, beautiful lady. You are going through a divorce right now and you want to save your home. Whereby they are debating, should I invest in, should I not invest in this? It's not about saying every time we're going to make you money. What do you say to all those men that are billionaires that they don't need to make more money? But you ask them, what is it costing you? And they begin to list it. I lose everything I work for. At the end of the day, I've made all this money. What is it for? It's to spend with my wife and children. But right now I'm losing my home. You see, when you are beginning to get to that pain point, that is where it is. That is where it is. I speak to a lot of business owners every single day. Based on what we do in our company, they all have pain points. I've been in business, I know what it is like where my income is not stable. And so usually I come from that angle. I've been in business, I know what it's like when you want your money and then payment processors mess up. So what happens when you don't have a backup? I've been in business whereby you are in business and then chargeback can literally almost shut down your business. And I found a company that can help with chargeback. Would I not agree to it? I would not even think twice about it. So positioning yourself, be clear. In 2 or 3 sentences, you should be able to state who I help. What problems can I solve? What pain point do I solve in my industry? When I deliver this thing, how do my clients feel? People buy emotionally, but they use logic to justify it. Everybody buys emotionally. And so one of my mentors when I was learning at the time, is like the way to get into the emotions of people. How can I get into the emotions of people? Very simple. If you are selling a product whereby they live the experience, it's have what is called the epiphany bridge, whereby you were once like them, or even if not you, maybe your past clients or your past were once like them, and you are. So that is, if you tell me what is marketing, that is what marketing is all about. Changing the beliefs. That's why sometimes the best product doesn't win, but the best product with best positioning, with the next one I'm going to also explain to you right now. The best product doesn't win. The most talented talented coach or person, business owner, does not the one that wins. If you have 2 business owners, one person is saying, I'm a coach, I help business owners. And another person is saying, I'm a coach, I help business owners go from it consistently in 90 days or less. Who are you going to go for? The one that is specific, because they can articulate the pain points. The next lever is what I call packaging. You see, it is one thing for you to be able to position yourself, another thing for you to package it into something people want. This is where a lot of people actually mess up. Like what I call an offer. An offer is not a product. Someone gave an analogy years ago when I was in a conference, and she said, if I give you this iPhone, you're going to pay me, let's say, $1,500. But if I tell you that with this iPhone, I'm giving you this, and you still have to just pay the little bit higher, which one would you go for? Because why? It's what I taught you before, the perceived value. Automatically, the other one with packages goes up. And your companies use this strategy all the time. I don't know why you don't use it in your business. They use strategies every single time. Just don't say, I communicate clearly what your offer is. Let people feel that what they are getting. I always tell those that I coach and I mentor, I said, look, let them feel like they are cheating you. When you listen to your offer, let it feel like actually the one getting cheated right here. Let your client or let your customers feel like they are winning because of what they are going to get. Let them feel that way. The third thing is what I call proximity. You see this third one? I made this mistake as well, and it can literally break or make your business. It's one thing for you to have the right positioning. It's one thing for you to have the right offer, the right packaging. It's another thing for you to get in front of those that can actually want what you have, that can actually value what you have. I listened to Apostle Salman, and he said something really key. He said, one prayer you should always pray is that, Lord, put me in front of those that can actually value what I have. Because if you're in front of those that do not value what you have, they will commonize it. they would literally commonize it. So proximity is simply saying that, are you in rooms with people who can afford to pay what you have to offer? Proximity is simply saying that if your entire network or who you actually selling to, do they value what you have? If those you are selling to cannot be able to afford it, then there is no point. So sometimes that's why I see people changing environment. It's not because of anything. It's because you need to be in front of those that would actually see the value. The clients that I work with, sometimes when we work with them, we tell them, if you are targeting people like this, you are going to struggle. Target businesses that are already doing a certain number of figures. That way, when you tell them your price, it's going to be a no-brainer for them. Don't target those that are still in their solo phase. Nothing wrong there. But if this is what you want to do, then you have to target those that are up there, right? So the level 4 is what I call permission. And permission is really key in this thing. You can do all the 3 levels. Without permission, nothing is going to work. I've seen so many people really good at knowing what problem to solve, knowing how to package it into a great offer, even being where people can actually value what they have to offer, being in the right environment. But permission is where it's missing. This is one of the most important things. And for a while, when I was coaching some group of women, I discovered that this thing is where people struggle a lot. Do you believe that you deserve to get paid well? Let me be honest with you. This is where people struggle. They don't even believe it. You see, there is this wound that you grew up with on the inside where you don't, and I struggle with this as well too. I struggled for a long time. Give yourself permission to be wealthy. Because if you do not genuinely believe it, your subconscious mind will sabotage it. There are many times that I will get on a call with people I want to coach, and then the price was about $2,000, and then because I was so afraid, I felt like I never deserved it. I feel like, oh, what have I done to deserve it? I was comparing myself to those that are up there, and subconsciously I would reduce the price, and immediately I would see the price. And guess what? They never bought, and even those that eventually bought, they became nightmare clients that made me almost cry in the night. Many people, you are begging for permission. That identity of begging for permission to get paid well, people struggle with it a lot. You can have a great offer. You do this awesome. Then why are you not getting paid well? I'm scared. What if people run away? What if people do not buy? Or subconsciously you believe that you don't deserve it. You believe you do not deserve it. So if you do not genuinely believe it, your subconscious will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. That's why one of the major things I work with women, especially those that are at like the income ceiling where they cannot go past a particular income level. This is usually the problem. It's not because you need a new strategy. It's not because you need a new plan, a new coach, a new course. Usually it's an identity issue. It's a self-esteem issue whereby they hit the ceiling. It's after you've done everything, you've put the right system and structure, and yet you look as if you cannot get past that ceiling. Look at the hot one, the permission. Look at it. Usually that's usually where the issue lies. You are not giving yourself permission. Your subconscious mind will say, I want this. Yes, we want to scale to 100K. Yes, we want to scale to 200K. But subconsciously, you're not giving yourself permission. And usually this thing, I won't go too deep in it, but usually sometimes this thing stems from when we were young, childhood experiences, whereby your parent told you, don't have too much money, you be greedy, don't be this. And so subconsciously you are sabotaging every opportunity for yourself to be able to go higher. Or they tell you, the more money you have, the more problems you have. Rich people are wicked people. So do not permit yourself. You tell yourself, well, I'm okay at this level, because you feel like when you try to go higher, bad will happen to you. So all these things are like subconscious thing that has been ingrained in your subconscious mind. And so even when you have a great offer, even when you know that what you can be able to do and do it well, you will remain at that small level because you are not giving yourself permission to be able to upgrade to the next level. You can do everything right. You can get the strategies right. But at the end of the day, if you don't give yourself permission, there is nothing anybody can do. Not even a coach. Not even the best coach in the world. There is nothing anybody can be able to do to help you if you don't give yourself permission to upgrade. So I want you to look at this. The 4 P's: positioning, packaging, proximity, and permission. Give yourself permission to be great. Give yourself permission to do things. I want you to rate yourself on all these 4 P's. And don't forget, at the end of every video, I usually have my free PDF worksheet. It's usually available in the description so that you can take it. It contains not just the video summary, what I taught you. It contains a study note from what I'm just teaching you right now. It contains a summary, action plan, playbook, everything put together so that you don't just watch and go to the next YouTube video. You watch and you actually apply what you have learned. So it's free. You can download it. The description, I believe it should be there. So this is usually where I discover that you are working hard, you are not seeing anything. You discover that you're working hard, it looks as if your effort is, you see someone that is doing lesser than you, check. I've seen people that are very daring. People that are not even as up to you, they ask for 10,000. And yes, they get paid because they are daring. Will they get no's? Yes. But you're trying to stay small. Why? You're trying to I don't want to be too much. I don't want to be this. And let me just manage. I'm okay where I am. That is the problem most people are actually facing. I hope you got something from this video. Don't forget to download your free worksheet. I'll see you guys in my next video. For now.